Right. Now this is the book of Deuteronomy. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna read the rest from verse 18 to the rest. Verse 18 until 29. Now this is the rest of the book of Deuteronomy 33 and yeah, the rest of the book of Deuteronomy 33, which is titled Moses blesses the tribes. So going on from verse 18. And of Zebulun he said, Rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents. They shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness. For they shall suck the abundance of the seas, and of treasures hid in the sand. So the Heavenly Father is blessing them basically. The abundance of the seas is the actual seas and also the people, other heathen nations, and treasures hid in the sand, which is excavation and digging and stuff like that. But we're going to get the treasures of the heathen nations also. Zebulun and Issachar. And of Gad he said, Blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. He dwelleth as a lion, and teareth the arm with the crown of the head. Yeah, and the precept thereof therewith is let me see something. First Chronicles chapter 12 verse 8. And of the Gadites, they're separated. Well, sorry. And of the Gadites, there separated themselves unto David into the hold to the wilderness men of might, and men of war fit for battle. Wait, what? Let me read it again. There separated themselves, and of the Gadites there separated themselves unto David into the hold to the wilderness men of might, and men of war fit for the battle, that could handle shield and buckler, whose faces were like faces of lions, very, very tough, and also no coward, and also war paintings, and were as swift as the roes upon the mountains. And if you hear ancient stories of the Native Americans when they used to fight these cave apes, the conquistadors, they was so fast they couldn't really they couldn't really get them. But then they had to invent the Gatling gun just to get them, because in fair on fair square of war they couldn't really, you know, they couldn't really win. That's why you had a lot of sellouts of our nations that used to help these Edomites for them to be able to win. You know, that's why they call their weapons after Native Americans. Native Americans. U.S. military weapons and vehicles named after Native Americans. According to Van Hoover, naming helicopters after Native Americans was once an official Army regulation. Did you get that? Or rule. Why? They honored their tactics of fighting so much that they just, why? Which was meant to suggest an aggressive spirit and confidence, because they butchered the shit out of them. That's why. I have to say it like that. Sorry. It could be considered misappropriation of culture. No, they stole our stuff. They looked at them and they'd be like, God damn, these people. You know what? We gonna murder. So after they murdered a lot of them, they named the weapons after them. That's how much they honored and hated them at the same time. You know. So yeah, and Indians, Indian wars. The list of aircraft required to be named for tribes or chiefs: Huron, Kiowa, Ute, Little Bird, Black Hawk, Greek, Creek, Apache. Everyone knows that the Apache is native, but all these others are also come off of natives. Comanche, Arapaho, Arapaho, weapon. Natives. It's a vehicle actually. This. Here. Vehicle. But it's actually from a people. And it uses which those people used jawbones of clubs, knives, lances, arrows, bows, spears, hatchets, and stoneball clubs during the war. They used those things. They also painted war shields in their faces to act as defense means. Right, shield and buckler. I just read that. Where is it again? Chronicles? Here? No, here then. That could handle shield and buckler. Did you get that? Did you get that, what I just did? I showed you something in the scriptures, and then I showed you something that they actually did. And it says it right there. Painted war shields to act as a means of defense. And what are shields? This is a buckler. This is a buckler, like a small shield. It's very mobile, quick. And this is a shield. It's bigger. This is bigger. You can even have, on a buckler, you can even have, so here you have this. But then you could put a sword here too. A sword buckler. Buckler sword. So it's a shield and a sword at the same time. So now what do you have? You have two shields. A shield and wait. Buckler swords. And don't think I'm the only one that ever thought of that. You know. You could just here. This is here. Here. This one. Sword buckler. It's like a small sword on a shield. I'm trying to get a better. Where's the sword? I don't know. I don't know how you call it, man. Sword buckler. I wouldn't know how you would call it. I have no idea. I have a few ideas, I think, actually. Let me see. With a knife attached. Yeah, this one. You could use it as that, but you have then therefore this thing on this that you can stab people with it too, while still using it as a very portable shield. A buckler. This was very portable and swift, but you have to be accurate because if you miss, he could still chop your arm off. You know, so yeah. Buckler with point, maybe buckler with point. Last one. Yeah, like this, but then a little bit bigger, like this. You know, it's a buckler, but you could put a weapon on it, and then you could kill people with your buckler too, with your little sword, like this. Here, he can block a sword attack, but he can stab you at the same time too with it because there's a point attached to it, which is able to kill you. You stab you in your neck, you're dead. What is it called? Indian Carter. So where do you think it comes from? Who do you think invented this? Who do you think? Indian Carter. Let me see. Indian Carter. Indian Carter. Weapon. Yeah, the Qatar, which goes in. The Arabs had these things, but the Native Americans had a lot of different weapons, man. Let's just leave it at that. They had a lot of different weapons, so you can put this on a shield and then have it so, and then stab you with this, like I just showed you there, here, like this, or the other one, which is this too. Yeah, this too. And let me see. Yeah, yeah. Right. Enough. So going back, so yeah, all of them were named after Native Americans. You have the aircraft named by tradition: Mohawk, Seminole. You got this utility aircraft here. Why do you think they named them all after Native Americans? Because they was impressed by their fighting style. They learned a lot. Because how did the cave monkey fight? Let me see, like this. They used to fight like this. They would just stand off against each other and then just fight until you know how stupid this is, man. Forefront, you about to die. You bound to die. You're bound to die. You know, come on, man. Really? Why did armies walk toward each other like dummies? Because they were stupid. They didn't fight the Israelites yet at that time. But actually, you had Israelites that was fighting like this too. You know, in the time of the mid ages, they call it the dark ages. But at least they had better tactics than this. You know, they were strategic with it. But the Edomites, these are the ones that used to fight like this, predominantly because they're stupid. And then they learned off of the Israelites, and then they started to adapt their commando type, guerrilla type thing, what they call it, and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, these things, Lakota, Cheyenne, Sakagawe, Sakagawe, something like that. Yeah, but yeah, here you have it. So here you have it. A military history on Native Americans and Native Americans related list. Let me see what this is. No, these are the people, I think. List of extinct languages in North America. Okay, need that. What's this? Military his no. Okay. Alaska Territory Guard. Named after. I just clicked on this. Right. I never looked in this, by the way. But I do know that they named their names after Native American things. A lot of things they did. And it was not only the Native Americans that you get in your head right now. It's also the Negro-looking tribes. Because if you go to the Netherlands and you type in Dutch more, here. This is the Native Americans that the Dutch people claim that they seen, the Negro-looking ones. And the Germans also say the same thing. Here. No, this is Dutch still. What? Yeah, that was these ones. And this is in Germany. These ones, the so-called Germans, claim, not claim. I know that they know the truth. They tell you that this is what they know that they saw over there. Remember, the Dutch used to own New York, which was called New Amsterdam. They used to own it, and Utah was also Dutch, and Brooklyn was also Dutch, and a few other places. But these are the things that they saw there. Here, pair of Moors, and this was in these are Switzerland. You have Moors dressing like how the Indianos are dressing, with the leaf clothing and stuff like that. They had them they called them Moors. So this shows you that it wasn't only the Pocahontas looking natives. It was also the Negro looking natives, the African, the so-called African looking natives. And these devils know. They know. It wasn't only this. It wasn't only them, these people. It was not only these people that they saw, that they encountered there. Or this is what they saw there too. And these are Dutch people that are talking about it. This one, let me see, what more? This one, for example, these, you can clearly see that it's not a color just bullshit, not a mistake. You know, you can clearly see a brown. These type of people were there too. You know, these type of people were there also, and they know this. These devils know. With the Afro hair, you know, these devils know. You had this one dressed with a leopard skin. Let me see, what timeline is it? 1794. 1794. Right. They know. These devils know. This one. This was Maya, if I'm correct. He was Aboriginal princess, North America. But you could find these type of things back in the days very easy. But what have they done, Seymour? Let me see. What have they done? They changed the algorithm of Google, just like how they changed the algorithm of YouTube. You could find things on YouTube very easy back in the days, and now they made it very hard. Well, that's the same thing with the pictures on Google. You had pictures like this, you know. You had things like this. Right. So these were there also. Also, you know. There was a picture what I saw with a. Let me see if these devils are gonna show me that picture. With long hair. They actually had long hair. Yeah, the so-called black women had long hair. It was a picture that was taken in the time of slavery. But all these women had long hair, and their hair was just like this. But I think I have it somewhere in my computer. Wait. Yeah, I found it. Now I typed in Google black Native American women with long hair, and I found this picture. That's the picture that I was talking about. And I think it's here too. Yeah, here. And here. Yeah, here. Then I typed in Lumbee Cherio Nation. But you know what the funny thing is? Look, you had our people that was looking like this. Yes, in those days you had them, right? Long hair. This is not no fake hair, bro. It's this real. Have you ever seen a black woman with long hair until here? Huh? Not recently. I'll tell you that. Not this was before weave was even in the equate in the atmosphere. Of course, this is straight hair, but this is woolly hair that is kind of straightly like soft. Okay, here. This is even a darker skinned woman, daughter of Israel, with long hair. This is a little bit browner, of course. This is, of course, much browner, lighter brown. But this one, you can see this one is dark, but her hair is still long. But anyway, you have of course, you have other pictures of Confucian, which look, you had men with this type of hair, and yes, his hair was straight. This not was no curly or something like that. But these are the ones that were mixed in with Moab, as it is written in the book of Ezra, chapter 9. Our people used to sleep with them. This not the Mongolite shit. No, no, no. Listen, these are both of them are Israelites. Why? This one, his forefathers used to sleep around with the Chinese and the Japanese, which was Moab and Ammon. Therefore, you had this, because what we used to do is, our people used to sleep around and make children with the children of Ammon. which are the Japanese, and the children of Moab, which are the Chinese. Gad and Reuben used to make children with these people. And then later on, we went to the Americas. The 10 tribes went to America, so-called Americas. And all these tribes still had people that made children with these people. And that Chinese gene is kind of strong also, because it kind of sticks in there to where a lot of the South American people, they couldn't grow beards. And as you can see here, do you see a beard on him? His face is smoother than a baby. He has that gene. And if I type in here people from the place that I am from, all kinds, Suriname. Huh? Yeah, oh. See people like this, but I'm looking for the men. I don't want the women. I want the men. Yeah, these people, they can't grow beard. They can't. They can't grow beard. They're old. They can't grow beard. They have that gene. You have these people, and then you have these people from Suriname. This is Suriname. This is not no, you know, like I see. I was born there, so I know what I'm talking about. These people, they can't grow beard. Look, this guy looks like so-called Negro, but they have the curly hair. Then you have these. He can't grow beard. He can't. And a lot of times, not a lot of times, but actually do a lot of times. A lot of times they kind of short. They short. You know, but they're strong as fuck. I tell you that. They're strong as hell, boy. They're strong as hell. You know, they can't grow beard. Most of them cannot grow beards. So yeah, even if they're old, it doesn't matter. They cannot grow beards. So Salamakan. Then you have the other ones, other tribes in Suriname. They still dress like this. And guess what? They cannot grow beards neither. The majority of them. From the Dutch Guyana. Suriname is called Dutch Guyana. If you don't know what Suriname is, then just type in Dutch Guyana. And this is a Jew shit. It basically is Jew. That's what they used to call them, Jew. Because if you go back into history and you type in 1600s, and if it is written, let me see, in the ancient maps, you will see Euda, or on a Eud, which is nowadays you would say Gud, but back in the days it was Iud, Eud. Let me see. Or was it 68? Yeah, the Dutch map, this one, that's what I'm looking for. This one is thinking better. Canaan, which is Canaan, Canaan. They want you to pay 200 euros if you want to have this map. Yeah. Let me see if I can see it. Anyway, wait. Right, now as you can see here, you have the IUD, which is basically Yuda. Eud. You know, because they didn't have the letter J back in those days as a actual beginning of the word. It was Iuda or Eud. Now it's Jude or Yud. But anyway, going back to over here, they was making children. She was the richest Israelite girl in the world. Oh yeah, where's her father? This is just stupid. This is pushing female empowerment garbage bullshit. All right, this is just nonsense. Just propaganda crapaloni from the Edomite, and then the black female started to roll and run with it. But anyway, because you know they want the recognition as a female too. Even though you should be thinking of your nation. It's not the men that are trying to separate the nation. It's the Edomite that came and separated the females from the men. And then the females started to think they could do it on their own because the caucus male is helping you. Yeah, that's your downfall. You don't know it yet, but you're going to find out. So they're still living like this until this day. You have this guy that comes from Africa. He goes all over the world, goes to places, and then he asks you, like,
please leave a comment and guess where I am.
So he's asking you, guess where I am? A typical maroon village in Suriname looks exactly like a village in Africa. Yes, it actually does. I never been to Africa, but I've seen pictures, and often I would think like it looks like Suriname. I looked at it and I was like, it look exactly like how how it looks, how I remember Suriname to be. It looks like that. But the person filming this is not that smart because you should have put your camera on the side and then record. You dumbass. Is that stupid? Yeah, you know. And then you have here these ancient pictures where you can see this here and this here. You know, you see people like this. So don't get it twisted because they can show you whatever they want, how they want, and then you will get some sort of idea in your mind that it is that way. But you can clearly know that when you watch, I watched this movie called The Last Action Hero, and in that movie, that little kid, the little boy, you know what he said? He said, "This is fake because they can make only beautiful women walk here." And then they panned the camera, and then you saw only so-called beautiful chicks. And then he said, so we're basically are the ugly ones. Where are the average Americans? Where are the average women? Where are the the not so pretty ones? Where are they? What can't find you know how average females look like. Yeah, where are these? Where are these types? Bent out of shape type of people. Because in the movies, they decide who is in the movie. Just like how they decide, okay, not those ugly beasts. They decide who is in the movie. They can make sure that the movie is full of only, let me see. You know, let me see, man. Let me see. No. They can make sure they hire only these type of women to walk up in the movies as extras in the background and stuff like that. with the so-called slim body shape, not too much fat and whatever. They can do whatever they want. It's their movie. It's their. If something is in the shot that they don't want, they take it out, or they don't put it in. You know. So they decide what you see, how they portray it to be, because when you watch footage, look, look, you won't see dark skinned people because he will make sure that not a dark skinned nigga is walking around in the background when he takes this picture. You know? Let me see. Right. Because if you come, this is my neighborhood place, like right? I actually know this guy. Yo, that's crazy. I actually know this guy. That's funny. But anyway, if you was to walk here in the city, you will see a lot of dark skinned people. But when they take pictures of people, see, they make it to where it looks like we are not a lot. Look. They will make sure that a caucus person is always in the fucking picture, even though this is a country with predominantly only dark skinned people, brown, different shades of brown. These type of people you will see there. But they make sure that they wait until one of their own is in the thing. And most of the time, they're going to wait until they're the majority and then snap the picture so that it looks like it's caucus friendly, like it's Edomite friendly. But it's not. They're beyond the minority over there in those countries. And these are just tourists, by the way. But that's what they do with pictures. Pictures are 1,000 words, so they can do these type of things. But yeah, I think I'm too long with this now. Busy with this now, trying to show you these sides, these parts. But yeah, they named the. Let me see here. Yeah, you got that. Let me see one more. I'll put these links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself, of course. So what did they do? They named the a lot of things of the military. They named after the Native Americans. And it was not only those people that you see as average Native American, it was these type of people too, so-called African looking Native Americans, so-called African looking so-called yeah, the natives, not just the ones that they say that are Asiatic. And the reason they are Asiatic, I just showed you that they was making children with the Chinese and the Japanese. Of course your children are going to look a certain way, you know. Of course they will. But don't worry about that because you are what your father is. So don't forget that part. So First Chronicles chapter 28, yeah, no 12. Yeah, I just read that. Yeah, so back to Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 21 now. It says, and he provided the first. What? Where was that? No. Whoa. Oh, yeah, sure. And he provided the first part for himself because there, in a portion of the lawgiver, of the law, in a portion of the lawgiver was he seated, and he came with the heads of the people. He executed the justice of the Lord, and his judgment was with and his judgment with Israel. And of Dan he said, Dan is a lion's whelp; he shall leap from Bashan. And of Naphtali, he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor, and full with the blessing of the Lord, possess thou the west and the south. And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil. And if I'm correct, until this day. Well, he had the oils back in the days, in the time, because this was in the time of Moses. So when we came in the land with Joshua, then these were the blessings. But you have to understand, the Lord took away our blessings. But here and there we have it a little bit because here. And these blessings were not for the land of where we are right now. These were the blessings for the land where we was about gonna inherit, which is the land of Israel. Venezuela and Brazil are countries that are known to have oil. Oh, that are known to have America. No, that are known to have oil. Two countries currently dominate Central and South American oil production, which is Venezuela and Brazil. So who is Venezuela and Brazil? But nowadays you see here, wait, let me see. Naphtali. It says Asher, and let him dip his foot in oil, right? Asher. So it says here that Venezuela and Brazil. So this one. And then we look over to Venezuela and Brazil. Colombia to Uruguay. Argentina to Chile. Where says Asher? Colombia to Uruguay. So let me see. Wait. Colombians to Uruguay. Colombia to Uruguay. You have different regions because people used to travel back in the days without restrictions. But anyway, so you have Asher around here, but you have to understand people from Suriname also moved to Colombia. They also moved to Peru. They also moved to here. They also moved to here. So the 12 tribe sign is a guideline to what it is to make it more easily to understand, because like I said, you have people from America that move to South America and then they live there, get children there. Those people then therefore still would be Judah, but live in the places of Naphtali or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a guideline. It's not 100% on an accurate type tip, but it's a guideline to where the tribes are, and you can get the feeling of what tribe you are in the spirit. So don't worry too much 100% about that. This is just a guideline, but it has a meaning and a source. We are the Israelites. But you have places in America, South America, that have oil and stuff like that, but anyway. But these oils were ointments and all these type of oils. They were very good in it. Olive oil and stuff like that. They were very good in it back in the days of Israel. But now, like I said, we kicked out of Israel and we're living now in the land of America, which is not our land. So, yeah. But still, to a certain degree, in those lands, you still have Native American people that are blessed with oil in that land. But still, they can't benefit off of it because the cave monkey comes there, takes it over, makes billions of dollars, and the people get nothing. They probably don't even know that there's oil in their land. And even if they do know, they don't know the significance of it, because Gaddafi, he was giving the people a certain percentage. he was giving the people, oh, Gaddafi, he wanted the people to get oil money, and 40% of the. Here, 10 things. This is one of the reasons why they wanted them dead. 16 things Gaddafi did for Libyans and never done anywhere in the world. If this is called dictatorship, I wonder what type of leadership democracy have then. Therefore, other than I just put extra. There is no electricity bill in Libya. Electricity was free for all citizens during Gaddafi's reign. There is no interest on loans. Banks in Libya were state-owned and loans were given to all its citizens at 0% interest. Yeah, because if I come to you and I need 100 euros, for example, why would you want to make me pay you back 150? And the longer I take, the more I need to pay. I'm coming to you because I don't have money. What is the point for charging me money when I don't have any money? That's the system of a devil, a demon, a satanic creation. But if it's the Israelite, then we can do that, yeah, because we're better than you. But they're devils. They're evil people. And they're not doing it fair, neither. You know, they up on the percentage, you know. The longer you take, the more you have to pay. What the hell is that? That's free money out of nowhere. So I borrow 100, and then before you know it, I have to pay you back 300. That don't make no damn sense. I came to you because I don't have the money. Now, if it was fixed, you know, 100, and then I have to pay you back maybe like what 110. Don't make it too freaking magnificent. It would still be, plausible, you know. But they're devils, so they're not gonna do that. Home considered a human right in Libya, so there were no homeless people there. All newlyweds in Libya receive $60,000, which is $60,000, $50,000, sorry, but 60,000 dinars from the government to help start a family. Education and medical treatments is free. Let me see. Farming career, they receive land, a farming house, equipment, seed, livestock, all that. They're all free. Couldn't find education and medical facilities they need in Libya. The government used funds them to go over abroad and learn it there. Not only free, but they get a US $2,000, 2,300 accommodation per car and a car allowance. So they get a car, not only free, but got US 2,000 a month. Oh yeah, yeah. Because I see the comma here. I don't know what that. Why is that? I mean the space. I don't know what that is. 2,300 a month, if I'm correct. Is that a month? I think that's a month. I don't know. And a car allowance, so you probably get gas money too. Money to buy a car. Let me see here. Libya, there. If Libyans buy a car, the government subsidizes 50% of the price. Well, you know what I'm saying? Because the cars are made from another person, from another country. So you still have to pay them the money, but the government helps with that. The price of petroleum in Libya is $0.14 per percent, 14 cent per liter. A debt amount of 150 billion now frozen globally. Had no external debt. Let me see. Unable to employment after pay average salary professor. They would pay for you a portion of the wholesale. A mother gave birth, receive $5,000, right, to take care of your children. 40 loaves of bread in Libya costs 15 cents. 40 loaves of bread. Shit. Because, you know, these are things needed to sustain life itself. Why would you make it expensive for people? There's more things, because they would get a percentage of the oil sold in the land. So, hey, this is a very lucrative place to be back in those days, you know. He probably did that to some so-called house Negroes, people that are evil, that are murdering other people. So he did cruel things to you too, and therefore he got rid of the criminals. I mean, let me see, got rid of. This guy, he got rid of all the El Salvador. El Salvador got rid of all the gangs in El Salvador, and the Americans are Ecuador is copying El Salvador war on gangs. See, that's good. That's very good. That's very good. They need to be killed, man. You kill them. You lock them up until they're old and dead, and you make sure they don't have no contact with the outside world. Just lock them up until they're old and dead. Yeah. Then everybody would see not to be a drug cartel crazy type paranoid sick fucked up person. Some crazy shit, man. I seen some shit, bruh. I seen some stuff, man. Like what? I seen demon stuff, man. People doing demon shit, man. Worse than Esau. Esau doing it behind the scenes, yes. So he's worse. But still, the fact that, man, I saw dudes licking blood off of. I saw females beating girls up, cutting them, licking their blood. Crazy! If I put that in the link description, I'm gonna put it in the link. I'm gonna have to go find it somewhere in my PC. If I find it, I'll put it in the link. Warning! I'll tell you that. Warning! Crazy demonic people are there in South America. You need to, man, they need to not exist. Let me say it like that. Okay. So anyway, so El Salvador cracked up all the wars. The gangs. Sorry, they're locking them up. By the end of 2023, more than 75,000 people accused of gang affiliation had been absorbed into the prison system. That is good. Around 1% of the total population. That's good. Lock them up. You got some crazy tattoos, gang affiliated tattoos, lock your ass up, even if you didn't do anything at that particular moment in time. I bet your ass you did something before, or you're going to do something in the future, which will be horrible for the safety of the people of the land. Lock you up and hope you die in jail. Good. And then America had something to say about El Salvador. American hypocrisy in El Salvador. They're bitching and complaining. What are you doing is just violation of human rights. Those people haven't done anything. Yeah, not yet. And what do you mean haven't done anything? What do you look at them? They got tattoos showing death skulls up on their chest and stuff like that. Those tattoos over there, they mean this, and those mean that. And this means he killed 15 people. This means he killed 25. This means he about to go kill 25. What's wrong with you? This means he's capable of killing 25 or more up and down. He's a known shooter. What do you do with people like that? You lock them up. Then they can't decapitate people no more. Let them kill each other in jail. Right? So that's less food to feed over there in jail. El Salvador acknowledges because these devils they want El Salvadoran people, the government of El Salvador, they want them to let these people loose. No. From truce to wars, 2019. Okay, cool. Okay, enough of this. Let me finish this. Now it says here, Deuteronomy chapter 22, 33, verse 25. Thy shoes shall be iron and brass, and as thy days, shall thy strength be very long. The strength shall be very long. Because if you can have a short sprinter with a burst, and then he just gets tired, or you can have a long marathon runner, but he's not strong. But Asher was a long marathon runner with bursts, so he stayed strong. You know. That's the blessing that Asher had back in those days, which the Lord took. The book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verse 1, 2, and 3, you can read that the Lord took these blessings of us. He didn't take 100% of it, but He took the vast majority of it. So we're not able to sustain ourselves anymore like that. Verse 26, there is none like unto Yahweh, the power of Jezreel, which is a nickname for us, who rideth upon the heaven in thy help, and in his excellency on the skies, which is the chariots of Israel, the spaceships, so UFOs. The eternal power is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms that always protect us and guide us. And he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall say, destroy them. He's going to use his Israelite to kill the enemies. And if we turn against the Heavenly Father, then He will turn our enemies against us. Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. The foundation of Jacob shall be upon all land of corn and wine. Also his heavens shall drop down dew. So it's always going to be prosperous, and we're not going to have famine in the land, because the plants and all these type of things that we need, the weed and stuff like that, the fruits and the vegetables, they will all be watered so that we don't die of starvation and also die of thirst. So we always will have water. Happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee? No one, because it shows you right here in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 7 verse 23. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel? No one, whom Yahweh went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for thy land before thy people, which thou redeemest thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods, their idols. So who is like unto Israel under the heaven? No one. Who is like unto thee, O people saved by Yahweh? No one is like unto us. We're the only one of our kind. The shield of thy help, that is the Lord. He is the shield of our help. And who is the sword of thy excellency? The Lord. The Lord is our sword. And all thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee. Because they're a bunch of devils. Especially Esau. He's the greatest liar of us all. And thou shalt tread upon their high places. On their high places, we're going to walk. The beautiful places, like, for example, you have these... You have these places that they have, which are nowadays called... I'm just giving you an example. Gated communities, right? They have these high places that they have, which only them and their little elite buddies and stuff like that walk around, live in. This looks like I've never seen this one before. What is this? This looks like a freaking park or something like that. I don't even know what the hell it looks like. What the hell to say? It looks like it looks fake. It looks like it's a setup, like, how you call that thing again, man? Like staged. Where is this place? Come on, man. Stop bothering me. Devil. That's what I'm telling you, man. These people are demons, man. They're demons, man. Hold on. This is what we're gonna have from them. And I always show pictures like this to show you that, they're living with the fatness of the earth. Even in the book of Genesis, when I made the video about Genesis, that they have the fatness of the earth, I show these things. Wouldn't you want to cook here? As a Jake woman, wouldn't you want to cook? It would make you stop going to the store, buy some food over there. These things are very inviting. If you have a house like this, cleaned up, stuff like that, You would want to live here. You would want to dwell here. You would want to do stuff in the house. You would want to cook. You would want to wash the dishes. This inspires you. This would inspire you to live here and to like cook because it looks clean. You just want to cook there. You just want to live there. You want to do stuff. You want to watch TV here. This is what a clean environment would do to you. You would want to do better. And that's what they have right now. They have the fatness of the earth, but we're going to get that. We're going to take their stuff and then we're going to live in it. Well, not in America, because America is going to get destroyed. Is this the same house? I don't look. I don't. No. Not the same house. But yeah, they got them fancy places like this. Insides might be looking very beautiful, but I would not want to live this high, and it's not gonna happen like that either. We're gonna have houses maybe as high as this, 3 stories. Just 3 stories. This is too high. 3 stories would be good. 1, 2, and then 3, and then done. It's gonna be until here. Straight line, of course. I know it's not straight, but yeah. We're gonna have that. And by the way, this is all going to be destroyed, so don't worry about this. I'm talking about places like for example, Germany or something. Yeah, this is all going to get flattened. So these high buildings and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, remember that. So we're gonna tread upon their high places. All the places that they own currently, we're gonna take that. Take that. We're gonna take that. And the Lord is gonna save us. He's gonna help us. Deuteronomy chapter 6 shows you that we're gonna take their stuff. Just like how we took it from the Egyptians when we took their gold and their silver and their diamond, everything that they had, we took. We took it. But it says we borrowed it. Yeah, we're not gonna give it back. For all the works that we did for y'all, well, it's about that time that we come and collect, and we come and collect you too. So we're gonna take anything and everything that you own or have, whatever. We're gonna own it. Even your children, they're gonna be our servants, including you. You're gonna be our servants too. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.